Welcome back to Z Coins, where we dive deep into rare and valuable coins that could be sitting right in your pocket or coin jar. Today, we're going to talk about a quarter that's caught the attention of collectors all around the world, the 2014 D Mint Mark quarter dollar. Now, you're probably thinking, how can a coin from just 2014 be worth anything, let alone over $1.3 million? Well, stick around because we're about to uncover the surprising history, the rarity, and the market factors that have turned this seemingly ordinary quarter into a jackpot. So let's start with some background. The 2014 quarter is part of the America the Beautiful series, a program launched by the U.S. Mint in 2010. These quarters celebrate national parks and historic sites in each of the 50 states, plus Washington, D.C., and U.S. territories. The D Mint mark on this coin indicates that it was minted in Denver, Colorado, which is one of the two main mints in the U.S. that handle coin production, the other being Philadelphia. But why is the 2014 D quarter so special? After all, millions of coins were produced by both mints for this series. Well, the quarter we're talking about today isn't just any 2014 quarter, it's a special error coin. In coin collecting, error coins are a big deal because they are rare and highly sought after. There's something about human error, or machine error in this case, that drives up the value of coins. And the 2014 D Mint Mark quarter is no exception. Alright, so here's the part you're really going to want to pay attention to. The reason this 2014 D quarter can fetch over $1.3 million comes down to a rare die-casting error. This specific error led to an extremely low mintage, and in the world of coin collecting, rarity equals value. There are a few notable errors associated with the 2014 D quarters, but one in particular is what has made this coin so valuable. It's called a double die error, a situation where the die used to strike the coin has misaligned, resulting in an image or text that appears doubled. Now, not all double die errors are created equal. Some can be subtle, and others, like the one found on this quarter, are quite noticeable. Specifically, on the 2014 D quarter, collectors have found doubling in the "In God We Trust" inscription and some doubling on George Washington's profile. This error makes the coin a one-of-a-kind treasure, making it ultra-rare. To give you some perspective on how valuable error coins can be, in 2021, one of these rare 2014 D quarters sold at auction for over $1.3 million. That's right, a quarter, literally 25 cents, went for over $1 million. And today, its value continues to climb as more collectors recognize just how special it is. You're probably asking yourself right now, how do I know if I have one of these valuable quarters? Well, it's not as simple as just checking the date and mint mark. Let me walk you through what you should be looking for. First, make sure your quarter has the D Mint mark, indicating it was minted in Denver. This will be located to the right of Washington's portrait. The key error you're looking for is the double die. Check the phrase, "In God We Trust," carefully. Doubling will appear in the letters, almost like a shadow effect. Also, take a look at Washington's face. Doubling on his profile, especially near the eyes and nose, can be a huge indicator that you've hit the jackpot. If you think you spot something, grab a magnifying glass. Many of these errors can be subtle, and having a closer look will help you confirm whether your quarter is an error coin or just a regular 2014 D quarter. Now, let's talk about the market value and how these coins have performed at auction. When one of these rare error quarters was discovered, it caused a huge buzz in the numismatic community. As I mentioned earlier, one sold for over $1.3 million in 2021, but the market for rare coins is constantly shifting. Why such a high price? First off, there's the obvious rarity factor. Only a handful of these double-die 2014 D quarters are known to exist. Secondly, demand for error coins has skyrocketed in recent years. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these pieces of history. Today, prices for these coins fluctuate, but you can expect to see them sold for anywhere between $500,000 and $1.30 million, depending on the condition and the prominence of the error. Coins graded by professional services, like PCGS or NGC, typically fetch higher prices, especially if they are in mint or near mint condition. So, you've checked your coin, maybe you've even had it professionally graded, and you've confirmed that you're sitting on a fortune. Now what? Should you sell it right away, or hang on to it in hopes that its value will increase even more? That's a tough question, and it really depends on your goals. If you need the cash or simply want to cash in on the current high demand, selling now might make sense. After all, $1.3 million is life-changing money. However, some experts believe that the value of rare error coins, like the 2014 D quarter, will only go up as fewer pristine examples remain in circulation. Either way, make sure you do your homework. Research recent auction results, and if possible, consult with a coin dealer or auction house to get a professional opinion on the best course of action. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 2014 D Mint Mark quarter that's worth a whopping $1.3 million. Imagine finding one of these rare gems in your change. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, it's worth taking a second look at the coins in your pocket. If you've enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on more stories of rare and valuable coins. Who knows, your next coin find could be worth millions. Thanks for watching, and happy coin hunting! We're diving deep into one of the most fascinating stories in the world of coin collecting. Imagine finding a simple $quarter in your pocket and learning it's worth an astounding $1.40 million. Sounds too good to be true, right? Well, it's not a fairy tale. It's the unbelievable story of the 2001 P Mint Mark quarter. This seemingly ordinary quarter was minted in 2001 at the Philadelphia Mint. But what sets it apart? What makes it worth so much money today? Stick around, because we're going to break down the history, the key factors behind its value, and what collectors are paying for this rare coin right now. Let's go back to the year 2001, a monumental time for U.S. coin collectors. This was part of the famous State Quarters program, launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999. The goal was to celebrate each of the 50 states with unique designs on the back of quarters. The 2001 series featured 5 states: New York, North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont, and Kentucky. The Philadelphia Mint was responsible for producing these coins, and that's where the P Mint mark comes from. While millions of these quarters were struck and circulated across the country, a few very special ones came out of the mint with a crucial difference that skyrocketed their value. And that's where things get interesting. Now, here's where the magic happens. Most of these quarters are worth exactly 25 cents, but a rare error occurred during the minting process for a few of them, making them extremely valuable today. This error involved the coin being mistakenly struck on the wrong metal planchet, specifically a Sacagawea dollar planchet. Let's break it down. A regular quarter is made of a copper-nickel clad, but the Sacagawea dollar planchet is mostly composed of copper with a manganese brass coating. This gave the error quarter a very distinct golden hue, which stands out immediately when compared to a normal silver-looking quarter. Collectors refer to this as a mule error, meaning a coin that is struck using mismatched dies. This particular mule error made the quarter lighter and gave it a completely different look, and this is one of the key reasons why it became so valuable. Only a few such errors have ever been reported, making it one of the rarest quarters in circulation. Alright, now let's talk numbers. A regular 2001 P quarter is worth, well, 25 cents, right? But this mule error quarter? Hold on to your seats. One of these error coins recently sold for a jaw-dropping $1.4 million in a private sale. Yes, You heard that right. $1.4 million for a single quarter. This sale was confirmed by reputable coin grading companies and the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, one of the top authorities in coin authentication. The coin was graded as mint state, meaning it was in almost perfect condition, adding to its astronomical value. Now, this isn't just a one-off situation. Other examples of this rare error coin have sold at auctions for hundreds of thousands of dollars. So if you ever come across a golden-looking quarter from 2001 with a P mint mark, it's time to start celebrating. But how can you tell if you found one of these rare error coins? Here's a quick checklist. 1. First, look at the year and mint mark. You want a quarter from 2001 with a P for Philadelphia. 2. Next, check the color. If it has a golden tone rather than the typical silver appearance, that's a strong indicator. 3. Finally, weigh the coin. A regular quarter should weigh 5.67 grams, but the error coin, due to the Sacagawea planchet, weighs slightly more at around 8.1 grams. If your quarter passes all these checks, you might just have a small fortune in your hands. It's highly recommended to send your coin to a professional grading service, like NGC or PCGS, to get it authenticated. These companies will provide a grade and certify whether it's the real deal. So why are these error coins so valuable? It all comes down to rarity and demand. The U.S. Mint doesn't make many errors, and when they do, only a handful of them ever make it into circulation. Serious collectors are always on the lookout for rare coins, especially error coins, and they're willing to pay top dollar, literally millions of dollars, for the right piece. That's what makes the 2001 P mint mark quarter struck on a Sacagawea planchet so incredibly sought after. Its rarity combined with its unusual appearance has turned it into a legend in the coin collecting world. Who would have thought a quarter could be worth more than $1 million? Alright, folks, that's the incredible story of the 2001 P mint mark quarter error coin, the quarter that could make you a millionaire. Remember, always check your change. You never know what kind of hidden treasure could be sitting right in your pocket. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and hit the subscribe bell for more fascinating stories from the world of coin collecting. And hey, if you've got any interesting coins at home, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your story. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. We're diving into a truly fascinating piece of American coin history that might just blow your mind. We're talking about the 1999 P mint mark $quarter coin, a coin that sent shockwaves through the numismatic world for its rarity, historical significance, and insane market value. Believe it or not, this small piece of metal can fetch as much as $1.2 million at auction. That's right, $1.2 million for a quarter, 25 cents that most of us might not even think twice about when we dig through our spare change. So what is it about this 1999 quarter that makes it so incredibly valuable? Is there something special about its mint mark? Let's dig into the fascinating history behind this unique coin, why collectors are willing to pay big bucks for it, and how you can check if you might be holding a treasure in your own pocket change. First things first, let's talk about where this coin came from. The P in the 1999 P mint mark quarter stands for the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most historic mints in the United States. 1999 was a pivotal year for U.S. currency because it marked the introduction of the 50-state quarters program, a 10-year initiative where the U.S. Mint produced 5 new state-specific quarters each year, celebrating the unique history and symbols of each state. This program was hugely popular, drawing millions of new collectors into the hobby. But here's the catch. The 1999 P mint mark quarter we're talking about today is not just any quarter from this series. While millions of state quarters were struck that year, this coin stands apart for a very different reason. A mistake that turned into a golden opportunity for a lucky few. cut to a dramatized reenactment of the Philadelphia Mint in 1999. The sound of coins being struck fills the air, and workers notice something's off with a batch of quarters. Back in 1999, something unexpected happened at the Philadelphia Mint. During the production of some of the first state quarters, a small batch of quarters was struck with an incredibly rare and now highly sought-after minting error, one that few people even noticed at first. This particular error quarter was accidentally struck on a Sacagawea dollar planchet, a blank prepared for the gold-colored dollar coin that was first introduced in 2000. This mistake created a visually distinct coin, unlike any other quarter out there. The metal composition and the size of the planchet make these error coins stand out dramatically from regular quarters. They're larger, thicker, and have a golden hue, even though they carry all the features of a standard quarter. So what happened next? As you can imagine, when coin collectors discovered this mistake, it caused a massive stir in the numismatic community. People were scrambling to check their 1999 quarters, hoping to find one of these rare error coins. The initial value of these coins skyrocketed, but fast forward to today, and these coins have become legends. These rare 1999p error quarters have fetched mind-blowing prices at auction. The highest known sale of one of these error coins? A whopping $1.2 million. That's right, one of these little coins, thanks to a minting mistake, went on to become one of the most valuable U.S. quarters ever sold. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Do I have one of these rare error quarters in my own collection or spare change? Well, let me help you with that. There are a few ways you can tell if you struck gold, or in this case, a $1.2 million coin. First, check the mint mark. It must be from the Philadelphia Mint, so you're looking for that P mark on the front of the coin. But that's just the beginning. What makes these error coins unique is the fact that they were struck on a planchet mint for a dollar coin, so they'll be slightly larger and have a different golden color to them. One of the easiest ways to test this is to weigh your quarter. A normal quarter weighs around 5.67 grams, but the error coin weighs about 8.1 grams, similar to the Sacagawea dollar. So, what's the current market for these ultra-rare 1999p error quarters? Well, it's still hot. While not every one of these error coins will sell for the top-tier $1.2 million, many of them still fetch hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction, depending on their condition and provenance. Coins in mint state, those that have never been circulated, are obviously the most valuable. If you think you might have one of these quarters, it's essential to get it professionally graded by a company like PCGS or NGC. They can verify the authenticity and condition of the coin, which will heavily influence its final market value. To wrap things up, the 1999p mint mark quarter isn't just a piece of everyday change. It's a slice of American history with the potential to make you a millionaire. These coins are rare, but they're out there, and it's worth taking a closer look at your quarters if you happen to have some for 1999. You never know, one might just change your life. If you enjoyed learning about this incredible coin and want to see more content on rare collectibles, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you don't miss any of our future videos. Thanks for watching, and happy hunting for treasure in your own pocket change. Today, we're diving into one of the most exciting and rare coins ever minted in modern U.S. history, the 1999D Mint Mark Quarter Dollar. That's right, this coin is making waves in the coin collecting world, with a value that's skyrocketed to an unbelievable $1.5 million. Can you imagine finding one of these coins in your pocket change? Stick around, because we'll be uncovering the history, rarity, and exactly what makes this quarter worth a fortune. So let's get started. To really understand why this quarter is worth so much today, we need to go back to the year 1999. This was a pivotal year for U.S. coinage, because it marked the beginning of the 50 State Quarters program. For those who might not know, the State Quarters program ran from 1999 to 2008 and featured 5 new designs each year, each one honoring a different U.S. state. It was one of the most popular coin programs in history, introducing millions of people to coin collecting for the very first time. But here's where things get really interesting. In 1999, Denver Mint produced millions of quarters, including some from the state series, like Delaware, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Georgia, and Connecticut. The D Mint mark on these coins represents that they were minted in Denver. However, not all quarters are created equal. So why is one specific 1999 D quarter suddenly worth $1.5 million? That's what we're about to uncover. The answer lies in an incredibly rare mint error. As you know, errors at the mint can significantly increase a coin's value. Whether it's a misprint, double die, or planchet flaw, collectors go wild for these mistakes, especially when they're rare. In the case of this 1999 D quarter, we're talking about a die cap error, one of the most elusive and valuable mint errors in the world of coin collecting. A die cap error occurs when a planchet, the blank piece of metal used to make a coin, gets stuck in the die during minting. As more planchets are fed into the machine, they keep pressing into the stuck coin, creating an unusual design. In the case of the 1999 D quarter, this created an odd-looking, stretched, and distorted design, making it stand out from other quarters. This error was overlooked for years, making it even more desirable now that it's been discovered. And here's where things get even crazier. Only one of these error coins is known to exist. That's right, just one. This level of rarity is what drove the price up to the jaw-dropping value of $1.5 million at auction. The coin market is driven by supply, demand, rarity, and condition. For this 1999 D quarter, the demand is sky-high because of its rarity and the unique error. Rarity alone can take a coin's value into the thousands, but when you add in the fact that it's part of the highly popular 50 State Quarters series and that it features a mint error, collectors and investors go crazy. Now, the journey to $1.5 million wasn't immediate. Initially, when this error was discovered, experts valued the coin at several $100,000. However, as time passed, more collectors and investors became aware of its rarity, driving up the price. The coin was eventually put up for auction, and after several competitive bids, the final hammer price was an astonishing $1.50 million. Imagine paying 25 cents for something that's now worth millions. The coin's condition is another factor that contributed to its massive value. It was graded by PCGS, Professional Coin Grading Service, in mint state condition, with an incredibly high grade, which only added to its allure. Collectors are willing to pay premium prices for coins in pristine condition, and the 1999 D quarter was no exception. So, you might be thinking, how do I find one of these rare coins, or at least something close? While it's highly unlikely that another 1999 D die cap error quarter will be found, there are still other mint errors and rare quarters out there that are worth a lot of money. When searching for valuable coins, here's what you need to keep an eye out for. 1. Double die errors. This is when the design is accidentally stamped twice, creating a noticeable doubling effect. 2. Off-center strikes. If the image or text on a coin is misaligned or off-center, that's considered an error and could be worth money. 3. Die cracks or breaks. Sometimes the die can crack during the minting process, and coins struck with that broken die will show visible cracks on the surface. 4. Wrong planchet errors. These occur when a coin is struck on a planchet meant for another denomination. For example, a quarter struck on a dime planchet would be extremely valuable. If you happen to find any of these in your pocket change or coin collection, it's worth getting them professionally appraised. You never know, you might be sitting on a small fortune. And there you have it, folks. the incredible story of the 1999 D Mint Mark quarter that's now worth a whopping $1.5 million. From its humble origins as part of the 50-state quarters program to becoming a coveted treasure due to a rare mint error, this coin is proof that history and rarity can drive unimaginable value in the coin collecting world. Now, I want to hear from you. Have you ever found a rare or error coin in your change? Do you think there's another $1 million coin out there waiting to be discovered? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting tips, and click the notification bell so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting. Imagine holding a simple quarter, a coin you might use to buy a snack or toss into a vending machine. But what if I told you that a specific 1942 $quarter coin could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.8 million today? Stay tuned as we dive into the fascinating history, unique characteristics, and current market value of one of the most valuable quarters ever minted in the United States. Let's start by taking a step back in time. It's 1942, and the United States is in the thick of World War II. The world is in turmoil, and so is the economy. However, even amid this chaos, the U.S. Mint continued producing coins for everyday use. One of the coins that came off the presses that year was the Washington Quarter, which had already been in production since 1932 to commemorate George Washington's 200th birthday. These quarters were struck in 90% silver and 10% copper, a common composition for coins at the time. They were designed by John Flanagan, featuring an image of George Washington on the obverse, with the iconic eagle perched on a bundle of arrows on the reverse. Like many U.S. coins, the 1942 Washington Quarter was struck at multiple mint locations. This is where things get interesting. The coins were minted in Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. The Philadelphia Mint quarters bore no mint mark, while the Denver and San Francisco coins had a small d or s respectively. So why does this matter? In most cases, a 1942 quarter is worth a modest amount based on its silver content and collector's interest. However, a rare error involving mint marks makes one particular 1942 quarter extremely valuable. This error has driven collectors to bid astronomical sums at auctions. We're talking about one coin that has reached a staggering value of $1.8 million. Now let's dive into what makes this particular 1942 quarter so special, the D/S mint mark error. In the numismatic world, this error is known as a D over S mint mark. What does this mean? In simple terms, a small number of 1,942 quarters were struck at the Denver Mint using leftover dies from the San Francisco Mint. As a result, the Denver Mint's D mint mark was stamped over the San Francisco Mint's S. This created a highly sought-after error that has fascinated collectors for decades. This type of mint error, especially from a time of such historical significance, is rare and highly prized. To put it in perspective, finding one of these error coins today in near-perfect condition is like discovering a needle in a haystack. While the mint mark error itself is significant, the condition of the coin plays a crucial role in determining its value. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, uncirculated coin that shows no wear or damage. Coins that are graded in mint state (MS) conditions, typically MS 60 or higher, are where the real value lies. In fact, the 1942 D/S mint error that sold for $1.8 million was graded MS 68 by PCGS, one of the highest grades ever given for this particular error. This exceptional condition, combined with the rarity of the D/S error, contributed to its record-breaking sale. Speaking of auctions, let's talk about how this coin made headlines. In August 2019, a 1942 D/S Washington quarter was sold by Heritage Auctions for an incredible $1.8 million. This was a new world record for a Washington quarter and an astonishing amount for a coin that originally had a face value of just 25 cents. The combination of the D/S mint mark, the high grade, and the sheer rarity of the coin created the perfect storm for a record-setting sale. Collectors were willing to pay top dollar for a piece of numismatic history. So why exactly does this coin hold such immense value? It comes down to several factors: historical significance, rarity, minting errors, and most importantly, the condition of the coin. The combination of these factors created a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for collectors. Coins with such specific minting errors are often underappreciated in their time, only to be rediscovered later by avid collectors who recognize their significance. Now, let's talk about the current market value of this coin and whether it's a good investment. Even though this particular coin fetched $1.8 million, not all 1942 D/S quarters are worth that much. Prices can vary widely depending on the condition and grade of the coin. A lower grade example of the 1942 D/S error might sell for a few $1,000s, but in mint condition, these coins regularly fetch prices in the six-figure range. The market for rare coins, especially those with unique errors, continues to grow as more collectors enter the hobby. The story of the 1942 D/S Washington quarter shows us how even the smallest details, like a mint mark, can dramatically influence the value of a coin. This unique piece of American history, once just a simple quarter, now holds a place among the most valuable coins ever struck by the U.S. Mint. So, the next time you come across some loose change, take a closer look. You never know what kind of treasure you might be holding. And who knows, maybe you'll discover the next $1 million coin. Subscribe for more fascinating stories about rare coins, collectibles, and hidden treasures. Hit the like button and let us know in the comments what rare coins you've come across. We're talking about one of the most legendary coins in U.S. history, the 1941 mint mark $quarter. What if I told you that a simple quarter, a coin that may have passed through countless hands over the years, could be worth a jaw-dropping $1.70 million today? That's right. We're about to dive into the history, minting details, and of course, the eye-popping value of this specific coin. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your coin hunting journey, this video will open your eyes to the hidden treasures in your pocket change. First, let's step back in time to understand the origins of this fascinating coin. The 1941 $quarter is part of the famous Washington quarter series, which began production in 1932. This coin was minted to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. Its iconic design, featuring Washington's profile on the obverse, or front, was created by sculptor John Flanagan, and this design remains in use on quarters to this day, albeit with some modifications over the years. But what makes the 1941 version stand out is its connection to a specific period in history. The United States was on the brink of joining World War II, and the country's economy was preparing for a shift. This quarter holds a piece of that history in its very metal, made from 90% silver and 10% copper. With around 79 million quarters minted in 1941 across different U.S. mints, you'd think it would be relatively common, right? But as any coin collector knows, not all coins are created equal. Some specific versions of the 1941 quarter, due to their rarity, minting errors, and condition, have become extremely valuable over time. Now, let's talk about mint marks. In 1941, the U.S. Mint struck quarters in three locations: Philadelphia, which had no mint mark, Denver, with a D mint mark, and San Francisco, with an S mint mark. For collectors, these tiny letters are more than just an identifier of the minting location. They can dramatically affect a coin's value. But why the huge price tag on some 1941 quarters? It's all about condition, rarity, and those fascinating minting errors. So, how does a 1941 quarter go from 25 cents to $1.7 million? Let's break it down. First, there's the condition. Collectors refer to this as the grade of the coin. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a flawless specimen. Coins that are in mint state or uncirculated condition are worth far more than those that have seen wear and tear. A mint state 1941 quarter can easily fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars at auction, depending on its grade. But what pushes the value into the millions? Special errors and varieties. One example is the double die error, where a mistake in the minting process causes some parts of the design, like the date or the words "In God We Trust," to appear doubled. These error coins are exceedingly rare and highly sought after by collectors. If you happen to find one in pristine condition, especially with a high minting grade, its value skyrockets. Narrator, dramatic tone. And now, let's talk about the 1941 quarter that made headlines. In 2021, a pristine example of this coin, with a rare minting error and graded as mint state 68, was sold at auction for an astounding $1.7 million. This is one of the highest prices ever paid for a Washington quarter. So why did this particular coin sell for so much? It's the perfect storm of rarity, condition, and collector demand. A coin like this is a once-in-a-lifetime find. It's believed to be one of the best preserved 1941 quarters in existence, with an extremely rare minting error, which made it the star of the auction. Now that you know the incredible value potential of a 1941 quarter, you might be wondering, how do I know if I have one worth that much? Well, first things first, check for a mint mark and inspect the overall condition of the coin. Does it look worn down, or does it still have its original shine? Any scratches or damage can reduce its value. Demonstration of a coin being graded professionally. If you believe your coin is in good condition, it's worth getting it professionally graded by a reputable service, like PCGS or NGC. They'll give your coin an official grade, which will help determine its true market value. And keep an eye out for errors. Look for doubling, off-center strikes, or other oddities that could make your coin a rare find. Even if it's not a multi-million-dollar piece, a well-preserved 1941 quarter can still be worth significantly more than face value. As of today, the coin collecting market is booming. High-grade, rare coins like the 1941 quarter have been consistently fetching higher prices at auctions. The surge in demand for tangible assets, historical significance, and the unique beauty of these coins is driving prices up. So, if you're lucky enough to own a high-grade 1941 quarter, now might be the perfect time to explore its value in the current market. Who knew that something as small as a 1941 quarter could carry so much value in history? Whether you're just starting out or already have a collection, this just goes to show that treasure can be hidden in the most unexpected places. So go ahead, check your old coin collections, or that jar of loose change. You never know, you might just be holding onto $1 million piece of history. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more incredible coin stories. Until next time, happy collecting! This script outlines the history, rarity, and market value of the 1941 mint mark quarter dollar, emphasizing the staggering $1.7 million sale and providing tips for identifying and valuing coins. Feel free to tweak and adjust the tone or content to fit your style.